Sunday, 24th of May 2015. Not going to tell you much, just welcome to many a mile to the Eastern Isle. Wish us luck, let's go.
Hello, usual spot, A36, wish me luck. Morning! It's 25th now. This is Knutsford service station. Got stuck here last night. Went to bed. And actually had a bed. Ooh. Hello! Here we are. Newcastle. Home of the Geordie. What do you think of that? See you later.
Cause the fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. Fog on the Tyne is all mine. Fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. Fog on the Tyne is all mine.
Still in Newcastle. We're stuck here. Newcastle Bridge behind me. Home of the Northern Monkeys. I'm a Northern Monkey myself. We're spending the night here and then we're getting off in the morning. See you in the morning. Welcome to Bonnie, Scotland. We arrived in Inverness quite late last night, just went to bed. Stayed in a backpackers hostel, in a 10-bed dome with 3 lasses. Woohoo! And I decided to get the coach. Being lazy, I know, but there you go. And the coach broke down. Oops. Hello! Here we are, John O'Groats. Maybe, I should tell you what it is I'm up to now. We're going to Orkney. It's that time of the year again where it's my birthday. So we'll celebrate my birthday again. We're going to get much snicking on Orkney. Hello! Here we are. Welcome to Festival Adventure. This is the dear lady that's taken me over to Orkney Islands. Like I say, we're going to Orkney to celebrate my birthday. We're on the way there now, but I hope it's a wee bit choppy. So, let's see what the journey is going to be like. Hello, bonny lads and lasses. Here we are, we made it. We're in Orkney. How good is that, man? Just sat in a local boozer, enjoying a pint of Guinness. Here's to all the bonny lasses and lads in Orkney. Here I am, sat in Finnstown Wood, on the Isle of Orkney, mainland Orkney. Woohoo! Kind of missed a bit, you know, between the sort of landing on the island and the trip from the pub home. Well, home, I say home. Finnstown Woods is home. So, we're here. And what we're going to do for fun? Well, judging by last year's birthday trip, I suppose you've got an idea what's going to happen for tomorrow night. But after that, what we're going to do for the rest of the time on the island. We've got all sorts of interesting burial chambers that you can look at. There's Maze Howe, the Standing Stones, the Stones of Brodgar, Stones of Stannes, Scar Bray. There's all sorts. That's just to name a few.
So let's see what happens then. Catch up with you later. Toodoo! Here I am in Finnstown Wood, still the 30th. Had my cup of coffee and I'm just refilling the kettles by the river. And I don't know if you recall what I was saying in my last vid about how to recognise safe drinking water. There was one thing I didn't get to show you. I did explain, if I remember correctly, that you draw your water from white water, from the rapids. So just up there, you've got a set of white water and then a calm pool, and then another little set of white water here. And then, oops, that's naughty. That doesn't matter, it just makes it look ugly. And then the next set, the white water, just here. There's a good spot to draw your water from. It will be nice and clean, nice and clear. But I just want to show you this. That looks ugly. Many people think it's some kind of chemical pollutant in the water, but I assure you it's not. It's what you call spume. Spume is it's a foam that's churned up by the white water, by the algae and microscopic animals and plants that live in the stream. That's why you still have to boil this water. Hello, buddy lads and lasses. Here I am, back in Kirkwall. It's back in the same pub. I'm not too bad at the minute, like just a few sheets to the wind. But I'm in the pub called the Motor House, and they've got a special treat for us this evening. Can you hear that?
Now, settle down. One thing for sure, you'll get no wagon wheel in this place.
Hello, 31st of May 2015. This is Queen Burial Cairn. This is was made about 4,500 years ago, which was home for 8 souls that were laid to rest and 8 dogs. This is where we're spending the night. Let's go inside. And here we are, just coming into the chamber now. It's a bit of a squeeze. Right, so here we go. We've just come into the chamber. There's not a lot to see, but there's the entrance there. That's the squeeze. And this was home to 8 souls and something like 24 dogs. Not a lot to see when I point away from the light, it gets too dark. And you're not seeing a lot, but that's the roof of the chamber. You can stand up nice and easy. It's about 8 feet tall inside. And this is where I'm celebrating my birthday. I've just had some munching. Nice bit pork stewy type stuff. Gorgeous. But yeah, here I am, sat inside a 4,500-year-old burial chamber. Like I say, that was home to 8 people. Well, I say home to 8 people. And 24 dogs. Well, here we are. Still inside Queen Burial Chamber. Ain't got a clue what time it is. Except beef jerky time! Haha! I always like my beef jerky time. But here we go again. Ha! It's the 31st of the 5th, 2015. Having a bit of rum. We're having a bit of a happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday me. Morning. It's the 1st of June 2015. It's the morning after Queen Burial Chamber. Ooh. Spent the night with 8 souls, 8 human souls and 8 canine souls, and now it's time to go. Come on, let's get out of here. Now we've got all that silly business out of the way with my birthday and whatnot, which, to be honest, I was too tired. Too couldn't be just got drunk and went to bed, went to sleep. So it's back to what we're going to do for fun while we're here on Orkney. Hello, it's Thursday the 4th of June and here we are, just about to go into Maze How. Unfortunately I'm not allowed to film, so I'm going to leave you there. See you in a bit. As you pass through the 9-metre passage, which is about 1.5 metres high and 1 metre wide, you pass a blocking stone of about 2 tons that is made to open and close with no more effort of a 5 or 6 year old child. Then you enter the 4 metre square and 7 metre high main chamber. The first thing you see is the central
northeast side chamber, where we see the midwinter sunset about to illuminate the chamber. We are now looking at the passage to the left and the northwest side chamber to the right, and one of the 8 monoliths in the centre frame that is believed to be part of a stone circle that stood on this site before Maes Howe was erected 5,000 years ago. This is an image of a runic inscription left by 12th century Viking crusaders next to the side chamber that translates as Ingeborg, the fair widow. Many a woman has walked stooping in here, a very showy person. It's even signed by the person who made that runic inscription. His name is Erlinger. Now over to the northeast wall. Anfither, the son of Stein, carves these runes. It's just 12th century graffiti, if you think about it. I think this rune on the southwest wall shows a little of the mentality of these crusaders. Fulfra, Calbrine's son, carves these runes up high. He carves them about 10 feet up. This is on the inside wall, the southeast side chamber. It is a portrait of this one's girlfriend, perhaps. It reads as, Ingegerth is the most beautiful of women. What was I saying about the mentality? I think he should have gone to Specsavers. But this is a very interesting rune. Back on the northwest wall, Orcus, son, says, in the runes he carves, "It is to me said that treasure is here, hidden very well, say few as Ordor." And then back on the southwest wall, "It is surely true that what I say, that treasure was taken away. Treasure was carried off in 3 nights." And this was carved up the side of one of the great monoliths. And again, on the southwest wall, this mound was raised by Ragnar Lothbrooks. Her sons were brave, smooth-hide men. Though they were crusaders broke into Maes Howe, Lif, the Earl's cook, carved these runes. To the northwest is a great treasure hidden. It was long ago that a great treasure was hidden here. Happy is he that might find that great treasure. Hakan Alo bore treasure from this mound. Oh, wow. I've just come out to Maes Howe. Quite interesting. Quite a sight in there compared to that one that we stayed in the other night. Although that's a beautiful mound, but this one is much bigger. Hello, it's Sunday morning, 7th of June, and I'm getting packed. We're here in what I've found out to be called Bin Scarth Woods, just on the outskirts of Finnstown, on the Isle of Orkney. And I'm packing the tent, because I've had the tent on this one, not sleeping under a tarpaulin. It's too wet and too bloody windy here. But anyway, back to the point. Packing up, we're leaving Bin Scarth and we're heading to Scarborough. See you there. Scarborough, 2015. Well, actually, we're not quite at Scarborough just yet. Scarborough's up the road. We'll be there in a minute. But it's the beer skull! Hey! I ain't got a drink, but yeah, there'll be lots of time for that. Skull! But look at the view. And here, that little dip there
That was my bed in 2003. Let's have a try of my bed. Oh, it's a bit of a squeeze. I remember it being a bit bigger than this. But what do you reckon? Aha. I'm just sat on the grass at the Skara Brae Visitors Centre. There's not been a lot of bushcraft going on. Frankly, it's been too wet, too windy and too chuffing arduous to film anything that's been going on, much anyway. But the whole point of me coming here, we're to the crux of the matter now, bonny lads and lasses. The crux of the matter, why we're here, right? The whole point of me doing this trip, it was for my birthday and also to get all anthropological on your ass. We're having an anthropological bushcraft session. Our ancestors didn't think anything about bushcraft. Bushcraft didn't exist. Bushcraft back then was a load of bollocks, you know. It was just a way of life. It was just a way of existing. And that was it. We get it today from the studies of the early missionaries trying to convert the early tribes to, well, the pagan tribes rather, to Christianity. And then during war times, they realised that our secret agents, things like that, would operate better if they could manage to survive in the wild. So the military studied all of the research done by the missionaries and even sent their own people out to study what the military has termed to be bushcraft of these indigenous tribes in the Amazon and places such as this. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at how Stone Age people would have lived and their methods of making shelter, and hopefully we're going to see a little bit about how they actually did live. Let's get in there.
Svadin jesmikedi ohi julinlet hiri varuvi hiri varin jehod elendei ohi Mashkmos guchte ganye Mash lapi guchte yamin 어히 효림에 이리 바르비 이리 바르며 엘른다인 어히 효림에 마신 치에스
And then when you get in the house, the first thing you see is the mantelpiece, where you might want to have your most prized possessions. Some of those mysterious carved stones that they're doing, and whatever possessions they might have had. Then you got the hearth. This might have been Mum and Dad's bed here. So Mum and Dad would have slept there. And then maybe that's baby's bed. Maybe another bed in a cubby hole. Might have been where naughty children were put. If you were naughty, you were put in the cubby hole. And this is probably where perhaps Big Brother would have slept. He's got like little cubby holes in his bed for to put his Stone Age PlayStation when he's going to sleep and he's not playing anymore. And then back to the mantelpiece. And this would have been the kitchen. These stones, what their use was for, I don't know. But the square boxes perhaps would have been stored for food, used for storing food. There's stone boxes here too. Apparently they were waterproof, so they could be filled up with water and you could keep live fish in them. And then you've got the grinding stone, where Mrs. would have grinded the daily grind. And the view out the window. Now I'll speak up a bit because I'm moving the wind now. But here is house number 1, bird's eye view. There we go, that's house number 1, bird's eye view. So there's the hearth, Mum and Dad's bed, grindstone, the window, mantelpiece, and in the distance you got the Bay of, I think it's called Bay of Skull, I think. But 4,000 or 5,000 years ago the ocean was a mile or two away and there was a freshwater spring that made a freshwater lock right where the bay is now. And apparently the freshwater spring still bubbles today, but it bubbles up into salt water. Now people say the Romans brung the sewer system here. You know, the Romans brung the sewer system to the British Isles. I don't know if you're aware of this, I don't know if you actually know this, but it's actually meant to be a fact, a matter of fact. But in the light of Scour Bray, I say it's a matter of an opinion. Why, should you ask? Well, I'm going to show you. Haha! That lid is covering over the ancient sewer system. Open the trapdoor, and inside that's the sewer system. Every house, apparently so, is connected to the sewer system. Now I'm just going to put you down, and then we're going to go inside.
No, I'm gonna have to get my torchlight out for this. But come on in anyway. See you in a bit. And here we are. We're inside the sewer system. There's not much to see. The tunnel doesn't go on much further than that. So here I am inside of Skara Brae 5,000-year-old sewer system. Not a lot to see, okay, fair enough, but after 5,000 years, what do you expect, man? The point is, this is before the Romans. That's what I was saying before. So, you know, this is bushcraft at its ultimate. Look at this, man. You know, a whole village. I forget how many houses. I think there's 6 houses, I think. I'm not too sure. And every house was connected to the sewer system that we are in right now. And the Romans didn't introduce the sewer system. Ish, my God, the history books need to be rewritten. Bushcraft is the way. Telling ya. Here I am. I'm on mainland Orkney. I've just made it to the Brocha Brae. Just about to walk across the causeway, the tidal causeway. And I just thought, my God, my feet are chuffing killing me. I'm going to sit on the beach and take my boots off for a bit. Aye, them as well. My feet feel like they're on chuffing fire. Look, what's happened to my boots when the wind got to them? My boots is on chuffing fire. No wonder my feet are so bloody hot. Well, here I am at the Brocha Brae, just exploring about, hoping to see some orcas and some seals. And I just spotted 2 seals just off the edge of the rocks here, so that's cracking, and I'm hoping to see an orca. So I'm just looking out to sea here, and oh, an orca! Hey, I've seen my first orca, man. It's orca. The Orkney. The Orkney. What? It's orca. The Orkney. Orca. Woohoo! Happy solstice. Went out of the stones to see the solstice. Kind of like the Stonehenge thing and whatnot. Woohoo! Party! No bugger there. Just got wet and now I'm back in the tent. Nice, warm and dry. But it's now the 21st. Longest day of the year. Bye bye. Alright, lads and lasses. This anthropological bushcraft theme is going to continue for a wee bit longer, but get ready for me to get anthropological on your ass one more time. I'm here at the Two of the Eagles. This is the tomb entrance. They've kind of left a skateboard. So let's go in. Right, we're in. And, well, this is one of the end chambers. This is where they would have placed some of the dead, but apparently they had the dead all over the place inside of here. So you've got another chamber here, and you cannot get into this one, which is a shame. And there's another chamber, and they've very kindly left a torch here. So here's another one of the chambers where they would have placed the dead. And there you can see where they've put a concrete roof over the top and skylights. Right, well, I left two of my vehicles behind now. Here I am at a burnt mound with some sort of building. Now prepare for me getting all anthropological on your ass again. Back to ancient bushcraft. This is a Bronze Age site that I'm going to show you. And for what its use is, it's anybody's guess. You tell me what it's for. There's the threshold of the door, and then you come inside the building, and immediately you're struck by this, looks ugly with a wire mesh, pool of water. Now as you walk around, there's like little cells on either side of the water. There's a purpose-built pond here. And this pond was to keep this square stone area full of water. And again, hard to make these out, but there's some cells on either side of the bath. Well, I'm calling it a bath, but who says it's a bath? Nobody says it's a bath. If it's a bath, why would you have this? This is a saddle quern. But then, who says that that was used for grinding bread though, actually? The whole point of this building was to boil water in that big puddle there. They'd heat up stones in the fireplace. This was the fireplace, right here. So they would boil stones, put the hot stones in there, heat the water up, and then where the mound is there, where it's eroding, and this is what happened with all the stones. There. This stone was used in the Bronze Age to heat water. Yeah, so all of this here was used to heat water on a mass scale. Personally, I think it was a bathhouse, but there's no evidence of that. There's no evidence of what it was. 26th of June, and here I am.
29th of June. I'm not really sure exactly where I am. Rowlands Gill. Somewhere on the Derwent River. It's an old playground of mine, you know. I'm still in Gateshead, which is a few miles away from my home tune, Jarrah. Still on the way back to Salisbury though. But this used to be like a favourite playground of mine. Although it's a bit late, so you're on night vision. I'll try and show you a bit tomorrow. Like there's a bit wild wood. I wanna show you the wild wood. Well, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna try anyway. But yeah, I'll just give you a 360. That's my tent. Doesn't look like much. You're on night vision. It's quite dark tonight. And there's the trees! How beautiful does the trees look? Right, well there's your 360. Not a lot to see. It's a bit dark, so sorry. Hopefully I'll show you some more of the place tomorrow. And maybe I'll be a bit more sober then as well. Cut it dead, Captain, ain't got the poor. This is the River Derwent, just outside of Gateshead, Newcastle upon Tyne. Oh, that's pretty much the river there. And the river here. But just along the trackway here, there's a nice woodland. I'm going to show you it. Well, I'm going to try and show you it anyway. It's a wild wood. It's not part of our ancient woodland, like it's a plantation, but it's been planted and just left to go to wildlife. It's not managed at all. There's like no trackways, there's no footpaths, there's nothing. It's just a load of trees. And it's quite a harsh environment actually, so I'm going to give you a bit of, I don't know, decent I say, bit of regan an hour. This is going to be rough, this is going to be arduous, man. You lose it in these woods, you're in for a world of pain. Might be beautiful sat here, and it's beautiful in those woods, but it is very harsh. So stay with me, we'll get through it. I'm on the Derwent River, just outside of Gateshead. And my God, I've just been for a stroll through a wild woodland where I used to camp. Here's some photographs.
Climbing, forever trying, find your way out of the wild, wild wood. Now there's no justice.
So those were pictures of where I used to camp, and my God, getting through them woodlands, I don't know if the pictures portray how wild and thick it is, but it's not managed at all. It is a wild wood. It might not be ancient woodland. It might be plantation. I really can't tell you. I believe it's plantation, but my God, very good plantation, man. Very serious. You lose it in there, you're dead. Wednesday, 1st of July 2015. Full circle. Meow? Aye, had you wish? Trevor cats, like... Aye, Trevor. Trevor wants to be a part of this again. Come on then, duck egg. Made it home. What a journey. Enjoying a bit of beer. Why not? The Isle of Lewis was, what, how many miles? It was 1,426 miles. I've just arrived back from the Orkneys, and that was 1,412 miles. On the east coast of Scotland, the roads are a lot straighter, but on the west coast it's a bit more mountainous, so the mileage is more. So just trying to reflect on the people on Orkney and thinking of what they're like. Bunch of heater barrels. But what a lovely bunch of heater barrels. You will never meet a nicer heater barrel. If you're not from the British Isles and you want to visit the British Isles, I highly recommend Orkney. One of the biggest things that I don't understand with, like, if you've been watching my previous videos, it's about this whole thing about wild camping, bushcraft. I don't know what the that is about, right? But no, you cannot have fires because one of your embers is going to drift across a whole mile of like water and then set fire to the woodland on the other side of the water, which is like a mile away. I don't think your embers is going to like travel that far across the water. That's a load of a lot of bushfires that happen in this country, they're actually started on purpose, and it's all to do with controlling the landscape, and sometimes they fuck it up. So people who go wild camping get a bad rep because of their fuck-ups, and their fuck-ups seem to me never get discussed. But I have to say, it's a big deal with some of you out there, right? If you're gonna get out there and have your fires in the woodland, you've got to be responsible about it, man. You know, it's no good leaving all your rubbish and all the rest of that bollocks and not looking after your fire properly. You look after your fire properly, you're not gonna set fire to the woodland. But if you're gonna be a chuffing head about it, it's gonna be a problem. But where I come from, just now, Finnstown, and the people in Finnstown, my God, if I was wearing my hat, I will take my hat off to you, because not once did you give me any breaks about my fireplace. So friendly people, so honest, so lovely. What an amazing trip. And
And that's all I've got to say for the new. So here's to all ye heater bells up on the Orkney Isles. To your health, and may you crack on with the bar.
Morning. I would like to read to you from Genesis now. And so God made the grasses and the sedges, and saw that it was good. He made the animals that grazed upon the grasses and the sedges, and saw that that was good. He created the seas and the skies, and saw that that was good. And God created the trees and the birds and the bees, and saw that that was good. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you I shall be for meat. And every beast of the earth, and every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, therein there is life. I have given every green herb for meat, and it is so. Bushcraft, ladies and gentlemen, is in the good